Right, so on reporting we're going to want to be able to print these out and possibly send them by email to others. So there is a number of steps that we can go through. I'm going to use the columnar report one because it's quite wide. You can see that that's quite a wide report, and if you printed it like that it would be tiny. So we need to break that up into pages and we need to print it. So at this stage we're going to set the print area and see what Microsoft Excel suggests for us as a print layout to start with. So we just move on to the bottom right hand corner, put our cursor towards the top, press Shift and select the top left of the area we want to print, and File, Print Area. So File, Print Area, Set Print Area, and you'll notice lines that suggest where the pages are going to be. So if we look File, Print, it'll suggest what we're going to get. So we get 27 pages and very little on each one, as you can see. So we know that's not correct, so we'll go and make some adjustments. An initial step is to set up row and column headers across the top and down the side of the printout page so that we can follow what's happening with multiple pages. It's like a mapping grid. File, Page Setup, we're going into Sheet, the tab called Sheet, and it says rows to repeat at the top. We press the white button and we can now select by touching on the left hand side and holding down the cursor all the headings we want to show across the top of each page. Press the white button and it takes us back. We go columns to repeat on the left hand side. What are we going to select there? White button. I would suggest we want the date, the folio and the description, and therefore press the button. Okay, so under the same place there, sheet, same tab. So under the sheet tab, we also have row and column headings, which means the A, B, C and the 1, 2, 3 down the side, which also helps. Let's move into the margin area. With any piece of paper, the smaller the margin, the more you get on. So I like to reduce left and right down to about ½ inch. So just move the arrows until you get to somewhere near ½ inch. Top and bottom not so important, but again let's just go for ½ inch. Make best use of the paper. Then on the page set, we will need to decide on portrait or landscape, but let's see what we've got at the moment. So if we say File, Print, 108 pages, this is not good. So basically it's too big, we need to reduce it down. So next step, any of these areas too big, I would suggest the date can reduce. We don't really need much in terms of date there because dates are not very wide, so we can reduce the column there. Folio, we can do the same thing. Description a bit more difficult. I would suggest press wrap text and reduce the column width. In fact, it's best to press wrap text after you do the column width, and then it displays all the text. So now we've got narrow, so let's see if that's brought it down. Let's see what that looks like. File, Print, and now we're down to 105, way too big. Let's see if we want it in portrait or landscape mode. Now, by looking at the print area, we can see it's wider. If you've got lots and lots of months, it might be longer that way, but if it's wider this way, you probably want to print in landscape mode. So let's set File, Page Setup, and in the Page tab, we've got the option for portrait out that way or landscape out that way. So Let's go landscape and see what we get. File, print. Now we're down to 60 pages. You can see the method evolves. It's not great. Microsoft Excel didn't do a great job on this. So we've got smaller margins. You can see just about the ABC 1, 2, 3, but we're not getting much in terms of the actual data. So we're going to have to reduce. Again, file page setup. You can adjust with the percentages and see where you get, or you can say I want to fit on a certain number wide, a certain number deep. In our case, we've got 3 months, so it'd be rather nice if we printed a month at a time. You could do that exactly, but it'll take more time to talk about. I don't think we need to do it. Let's look at fit to, I'm going to say 8 pages wide, and if you rub out the number tall, it will automatically work out what to do. So we're going to say 8 wide and just see what we get. So OK, file print. You can do Control and P, it's quicker. We're down to 28, that's not good enough. What's it doing? It's about the same. So you're going to be saying to me, why isn't you not doing 3 high? Let's try that. It doesn't always work. It's not perfect. Page setup 3 high. So we rub out the 7, which was wide, and say, can we have 3 high? I'll do Control and P this time just to make it quicker. So now we're down to 18 pages, and we can recognise what we can see on it. And we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns wide, and it looks legible to me. Do you know, I think I'm going to stick with that. Right, if you're going to print to PDF, which is the best way for emails, and you can print from it onto paper, let's select PDF, save as PDF, and then you find out where you're going to save it to. I always use downloads for this. You can choose where you like. So we say save, and it'll produce, that's producing the PDF, so it'll produce a file which looks like this. If I go to my downloads, there's my PDF file, and so I can show you. So there's page 1, it's landscape, it's sideways. There's my date and my folio and my description, ABC across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the side. So page 2 will be the next bit down. So there's 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, and then from there the bottom 82, 83, 84, 85. So we're going down the side of the spreadsheet. Then we're working our way across D, E, F, G, and it goes up to I. So there's page 1, 2, and 3 of going down the first section. The next section should start with G, H, I, J, and there it is, J. So we've got headings on the side, J, K, L, M, N. So we'll have 3 pages of that, which gets us down to March, and then we'll have the last bit, P, Q, R, S, T, January, February, and March. And then we should, oh, it keeps on going. We've got up to AA, so there's another one, and we should be on grand totals fairly soon. Oops, another one, 1 and 2 and 3, and there we are, grand totals over AK. So no matter how many you want to fit in, no matter how many columns, no matter how many code numbers, you can do it. And you can see a legible version, which of course this can be printed or emailed. Thank you.